Welcome back to Nihilite Gaming. I am Vox, and last raid we ran into Spaceport on a Hurricane event. I brought in a Rattler 4, just wanted to play around with it. Still absolutely hate that gun. Maybe if you threw a compensator on it instead of the muzzle brake it'd be a bit better, but yeah, just not a fan of it at all. We got too comfortable. We were running around the whole map. Found some okay stuff. And then kind of started commentating to you guys, obviously in Prox chat, and some rat came up from behind us with a Stitcher, or no, it was a Kettle. And we're missing our shots, he's missing his shots. It was a terrible fight. I actually won it, but rather embarrassing the amount of panic that happened. And then after we killed him and started talking a little bit of shit, some dude rolled up from behind with a Pharaoh and third-partied us. So wasn't too salty about it. Don't care about losing that Rattler at all. The only other thing we found while we were out there was a Toro 1, and then just, you know, some basic resources, couple of blueprints we already had. So I was a good sport about that. He was all like, I'm sorry dude, I just couldn't help myself. So yeah, didn't get out of there alive, posted it anyways. So we haven't got geared up yet, still not really sure what I'm gonna work on. I think we might, no wait, that's right, that's the flanking one. I might just wear this just to get rid of it if we get killed, whatever, and we'll do what I was talking about. We gotta make a shield, where I guess I'll just do an anvil Berletta combo, and we're gonna use my not as kitted out Berletta for this. Yeah, just 2 green compensators on both of them. Don't really care about being sneaky, even though it looks like we are gonna be in a more aggressive lobby. Let's make sure we get our ammo. So we'll get 2 stacks of heavy, and we're gonna have to make some more light ammo too. We'll just make 1 more stack of that for 200 rounds total. Maybe 125, so we got 1 magazine ready to go. Basic heals per usual. I like running a stack of herbals and a stack of regular bandages, depending on how hurt we get. You know, if we break our ankles, we just use a regular bandage. Yeah, and some shield rechargers. We got 3 augmented slots. So with that in mind, I think we're going to take some zip lines with us. I guess we'll take a barricade kit, 2 of them, just in case we get caught out in the open and have to throw one down, because we will try and fight back. I'll bring 1 defib with me, and I don't have any keys, do I? No, just a gate code. Yeah, we'll bring 1 defib with us in case we help somebody out, and I think we're just gonna leave it at that. What else can I bring? I could bring in a deadline for the augmented slot, right? But I don't know what we'd do with that. I guess we'll bring in some lure grenades, because I still need to test out trying to use a lure grenade and deadline combo for like a Bastion or Bombardier. Saw some video where apparently that's the play. Okay, so we need to make a light shield. I'm gonna make 125 light ammo. Throw that on there for our Berletta. Get our shield on. Should have done all this before recording, but here we go. And yeah, so just to get rid of this Combat Mark III flanking, I really don't think it's that great of an augment, but the only way I see it being useful is if you have 2 of the pistols. Obviously the Anvil is considered a hand cannon, and then the Berletta is a pistol. I'm sure the Torrente is considered, or not the Torrente, the Tempest, or Venator, Jesus Christ. The Venator is considered a pistol, right? Yep. So I feel like that's the only reason to use this combat augment, is to just be able to run an Anvil and then either the Venator or the Berletta. And I'm just going to take the Berletta because I like using it. Since we're doing this with these zip lines, we're going to go into the Hurricane event on Buried City. just hit up that route that I've shown before where I try and get to the Galleria, get that weapon case, get on top of the hospital, and see what's up in that room. Up there, sometimes there's a weapon case, sometimes there's not. It'd be kind of boring, depending on where we spawn. Maybe we'll go to the breachable room. It just really depends on where we spawn. Forgot to bring adrenaline shots too, but that's okay. We're just gonna see where it takes us. Maybe we can find a raider cache. I don't really know where the spawns on Buried City raider caches are. In fact, Dam's the only one that I kind of have a good idea where the other raider caches are throughout the map. And even then, I don't know where they all are. So let's see. I'm gonna have to go quiet.
Let's move to that location.
Alright. He got here first, and he'll definitely fight. So we're leaving. Say what you will about that. I really want to get back to friendly lobbies, so if I can avoid the fight, I will.
Let's go to the Galleria.
gonna say, fucking finally. That was very annoying. It's kind of funny.
Let's go to space travel.
Well, I swear, the movement on this game sometimes. Oh wow, thank you, sir. Oh no. Man, I'm just fucking this up in all sorts of ways. The embarrassment. I managed to do that. Yo, don't do it, brother. Alright.
window is closing. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Head home at the Western Station.
What's going on?
Okay, stand by for train. Train is on the platform. Opening doors. Stand by for doors. Everything looks good. Now head back to Speranza.
I guess this guy's just AFK. See what happens when I start pushing the buttons. Yeah, that guy was really just AFK. Alright. Well, that was a pretty embarrassing round, but somehow we managed to get out of there alive. Got really spooked when we were in the space travel, whatever the other building's called. But yeah, I got really spooked because somebody was above us like almost the entire time. And I thought about talking to him. Very well could have been the guy who saved us. Shout out to, I guess, Blacko123. That's a name. Who's that guy? Stinky Fart. Yeah, Stinky Fart was AFK there. But we got out alive. Super embarrassing. Kind of got to bitch about the movement on this game sometimes. It's not the first time that I've tried to jump up on a ledge and then it just is like, nope. But we'll call that a skill issue and not blame the game. I think it was funny. We got an Anvil one and a Berletta one just looting around, and that was the exact combo we came in with. Found two El Toros. We're just going to break them down. We got so many Toro 4s in our inventory right now. In fact, we'll probably just break these two down as well. But what I am stoked about, really, is the 5 medium gun parts. You probably noticed I put them in my safe pocket instead of the complex gun parts, even though complex gun parts are rarer to find. But I'm just always burning through medium gun parts in order to upgrade and repair my Torrentes and Renegades. So I always find medium gun parts super... Oh, and Tempest as well. And we did manage to pull off, not that it was as difficult as I assumed, but it's the first time I ever actually tried the lure grenade deadline combo. So that's definitely the way instead of the photoelectric cloak. But yeah, so we accomplished some things, embarrassed ourselves like crazy. That Firefly was fucking me up. I was missing all my shots. But we got out alive. We didn't shoot at anybody else. I think that guy who was coming up on me while I was looting the Bastion was thinking about it, but he ended up fucking off, so yeah. All things considered, all we did is embarrass ourselves, but we accomplished what we set out to. Right on. Well, like, subscribe, comment if you feel like it, or don't. See ya.